Greetings, people of the world! Matthew back with you here at Overall Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. It is year 2, day 64 for EDSS in the Realm Reborn. And last time, we started on the latest Inspector Hildibrand mystery, this one for patch 2.4, where we've been asked to do some investigation on the participants of an upcoming gladiator tournament here in Old Daw, known as the Mithril Cup. But along the way, we've found that some people involved are playing dirty. We actually had an opportunity to be reunited with an old antagonist from Final Fantasy VI, the legendary octopus known as Ultros. And on top of that, we heard about a story between two sisters, one who wants to win by any means necessary, and the other who just wants to accept their life for what it is. So, that's a lot to take in the last episode, and I hope you were watching. But we must continue on our investigation as the sun begins to rise here in Thanlin. So let's speak with Inspector Hildibrand to continue the challenge we had started at the end of the previous episode. Yes, is something on the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Michelle. My well-holding Inspector's senses are tingling. I feel fearsome adversary lurking about. And who would this be? Yeah, that would be Ultros. Yeah, he comes with 2 bumps on his head because he actually wandered into some of his very own traps.
This time you're really up the creek with other paddler kids. Ha!
Yeah, going into thinking mode.
Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Coliseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry!
Well, where's this guy that you're talking about?
Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day!
Would it be this guy? Godburnt Mandeville? Yeah, we've met him before. And there he is once again, creating a ruckus in his underwear. And yeah, that is some sick strength from a guy who only wears underwear.
My chimera! Who is that half-naked fool?
Well, actually, more specifically, we're probably be more about, like, 7/8. And Ultros runs away. Yeah, it's time for Godbert and Hildibrand to be reunited once again. Father, could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry, but you? As we shed some light on this subject. Hildy, I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in progress. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Well, how with it? Just a bit of sleuth work, Father dear. And we thought we must return to Old Daw. If you're not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Why are you shocked by this? Oh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Mandeville man, if I do say so myself.
That muscle-bound old man is the Inspector's father? Remind me never to go to one of their family reunions.
Yeah, because I got to experience one of those firsthand.
Just who is this Inspector anyway?
Yeah, look at those big bulging eyes. Hildy is a worthy rival, if there ever were one.
Who goes there?
Yeah, remember the green chicken from another Hildibrand mystery? Hildy, Edie, I have been waiting for this day. And you come with your spear in tow.
Well, lucky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the Inspector, mayhap?
I am Gilgamesh, wandering swordsman, and I am not so much the Inspector's friend as his enemy.
Well, that makes 2 of us. Pack up, Gulliver, because this just might be our lucky day.
Yeah, Hildibrand got Gilgamesh's name wrong, and now Ultros is doing the same. Gulliver.
Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my...
Call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. Edie is a formidable foe.
That sounds like high praise coming from a big fella like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed.
Nah, we're just along for the ride. I know not what brings you to do battle with these two, but I warn you, you will end up a seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons that I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Yeah, that's because you steal people's weapons after you kick their butts. Edie, I will not fall so easily this time. And yeah, take your silly little green chicken with you.
Well, it looks like I got my legs full. Oh, I'll lather them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone...
Then what will you do?
I'll just have to bring along a friend!
Yeah, hopefully it's better than that chimera you brought along earlier. Hey there, Godbert. A supply twisted ring calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration is struck. Yeah, and being the speed demon that he is... Don't turn around if you want to see my heart breaking. You're not gonna like this.
Nobody here but the octopi?
Yeah, you're gonna regret running away. Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, fiend. Yeah, of course, Mr. Godbert is a freaking speed demon that he will hunt down his whatever it is he's pursuing. And I don't think Ultros is as fast as Hildibrand, which means that Ultros has no chance. Hi there, big guy.
Muscleheads! I hate 'em!
And kaboom! With a suplex from Godbert. And yeah, that was the suplex. If you didn't know that, watch the second Hildibrand mystery, which took place in the course of patch 2.2. Anyway, we now have to return to the Coliseum. And hopefully Hildibrand is on the side of the Coliseum that is actually closer to the Aetheryte Shard. He is. Good. So let's make a mad dash. And we got a man to meet. A Mandeville man, no less. But yeah, it looks like we've certainly dug up quite a bit of dirt on the people that we're dealing with here. So let's go back over to Hildibrand and see what he has to say to complete the challenge.
Good heavens, chancing upon father like that. I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are now about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more of Miss Avala's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle?
And so, we get go from that, so let's speak with Mr. Hildibrand to take on the next challenge entitled The Trouble with Truffles. Hildibrand appears to be in something of a hurry. Well, let's see what he has to say.
Good heavens, we haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Coliseum and apprise ourselves on the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, this battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I will not, lower myself to their level.
Well, at least he has his priorities straight. But we still have to follow him. Stay on this side. It's all the Coliseum in the end, but still, I prefer to be speaking with you on this side, so we don't have to ping pong like we did in the previous episode. That would be very helpful. All right, there, Hildibrand. Yeah, we're talking with Yuyubaya again, apparently. Sorry, my throat is not wanting to cooperate today. Hey, and look who's back. And I'm sure he's rather pissed. Yeah, hey there, Ultros.
Bumps on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus. I tell you, they don't pay me enough for this. But that's all going to change soon, isn't it, buddy? Funga!
Mr. Ultros, just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us to... Hey, gods, who gave you those ghastly bruises?
Bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost, I'm a busy octopus.
Funga! Ouch, you have my sympathies, good sir. Is a challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8? Is there someone inside your office?
No, whatever gave you that idea? I am simply fumigating the place for pests. Pests like yourself. Now don't you have a battle to go fight?
Funga!
Inspector, I think something's alive in there.
That's just me talking to myself, yes! Funga! Gods, yes, gods! Working as a receptionist is fun!
Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and is still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all.
Hey there, Bryden. Edie, if you'd come with me for a moment, I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. Well, you certainly know how to be blunt there, Bryden. That is never in question. Anyway, jump over the velvet rope and speak with Inspector Briarden. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? Well, if you must know, this is what we found out about. I see. Avila seeks to win the attorney to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you nearly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, the strange octopus appeared considerably less worse for their wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamigan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the Mithril Cup and its lucrative prize. It's not as preposterous as it sounds. I have done some research on our 8-legged friend. It would appear that Ultros has become something of a regular at Old Doll's taverns and houses of pleasure. I suspect that he is using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Coliseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avila and earning himself a healthy commission. There is also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of the Alamigan girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which I fear your life is still in danger, Edie. One of the guards informed me of that several crates of refuse from the Coliseum reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane not days ago. It is a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet provide some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me. Yeah, I believe I can do that. So, we can actually go to the closest place we can go to get to Pearl Lane. For those of you who don't remember, is the Weaver's Guild. And thankfully, it's on this side of Oldon, not the other side. So, it makes life a little bit easier, if I do say so myself. So, let's see what exactly we're looking for in terms of refuse. It just says Coliseum refuse, but it doesn't seem to indicate much else. Hopefully, once we get it all collected, we can have a better idea of what we're dealing with. So that's 2 boxes of refuse. Yeah, let's hope there's not an Alamigan refugee in the 3rd one. Or in any of the 3 for that matter, because yeah, that would just piss them off even more. Let's go ahead and collect. And now that we've done so, let's go back to the Coliseum. So, spring in my step if you will. Now we know Landabert would not tolerate any of his people being shoved into boxes and being considered refuse. I mean, we know they've suffered enough. And so now, back to Gladiators Guild, which is the Coliseum. And it is on our side of the Coliseum. Alright, Bryden. We have what you were looking for. Well, let me see what you have found. Here it is. Now, what have we here? Ah, yes, a spectacular assortment of winners and trails and, what's this,
A sack even more foul-smelling than the gore was lying, if that can be believed.
And look here, something appears to be written on the side. Sint Gaucho sundries? It would seem this merchant has had dealings with that squishy mass of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. And so, yeah, this has to go back to Pearl Lane now. Yeah, we're ping-ponging again. Can we just consolidate all this stuff and make the journey a little shorter, you know? Wouldn't hurt. Would be very nice, actually. But yeah, we've actually spoken with Sint Gaucho on a couple of occasions. In one instance to complete a challenge, and another one to actually start a challenge. That was back in year 1. But here, we speak with him strictly on business. Sint Gaucho, how are ya?
Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning gentleman like yourself be looking for today?
Well, it's what I bring to you.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same.
Wait now, did Ocho send you?
I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the impressive price and that, distinctive aroma. They're only for the most discerning of customers, which Mr. Ocho's clearly is. He just placed another order today. Could these truffles be somehow connected to... No, I shall not stop myself. I shall stop myself before I start sounding like a... Inspector Bryden, it wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me, and to steal away Edie here. This gentleman is not impressed.
Well, did you find anything, Inspector? Good gods, what is that cheerful smell?
Miss Shelley, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle, an acquired taste to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many an old-down gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them.
Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe?
Oh, while they're doing that, it appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Coliseum.
Alright. And so with that challenge completed, yeah, I guess it seems that we know where we go next. And it's to speak with Bryden again, to take on the challenge entitled the Coliseum Conundrum. Bryden has seen enough incompetence for the day.
Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time of which is in short supply. We must return to the Coliseum before the battles begin.
Here is the plan,
Edie. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wild breath of her blade. Understood?
Yeah, I guess you should go along too there, Hildibrand. So, now we know where we go to next. You know it, I know it. So, back to the Coliseum. Yeah, because we're expected to fight now. So, yeah, I get to do it with some English-style promotion. Some English-style branding. But it's supposed to be on the front of my... it's supposed to be on the front of my chest armor, not on the back. But I guess he figured since there's a... the perspective is typically from behind the character's back, he wanted to make sure it was at the back, just so people knew exactly where it came from. Alright, Darmetto, let me pull out the lance, and then let's dance.
There you are. I was this close to starting the melee without you. I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ochos has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in and bookmakers across town are raking in the gill, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Mr. Fargeist himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. Aye, the future's looking bright for old Dour Meadow it is. So what say ye? Are you ready to get your arses kicked? Well, not to get my arse kicked, but... yeah, you don't know who you're dealing with. I am the Warrior of Light after all. Aye, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it is time for blades to whirl and limbs to fly. And so, let us be off. And on to the grounds of the Coliseum itself. They even had the victorious fanfare. A total of 6, including myself, will pit themselves in battle here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mythal Cup, brought to you by our ever-charitable friends at Homogenine Sons Middle Concern, your concern is our concern, is about to begin! And they're certainly loving it. Who will stand atop the heap of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Avila of Alamigo, Edie the famed Warrior of Light, or... who's that grinning fool again? Oh yeah, that's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Yeah, they can't get his name right either. Or will it be our 11th hour entry, Ultros, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain? Yeah, here he comes. With a not-so-gracious entrance.
Here I am! Did you miss me?
God loves Ultros too. I don't know why. I'd say we have a battle for the ages here. Folks, combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin! Now, you don't actually do any combat in this particular scene. It all just happens as you see it. So here we go.
Alright, you know the deal. We'll team up and wipe out the others. Then when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive.
And you receive your share of the winnings. I've not forgotten our promise.
And so... yeah. She's gonna... The only lady is gonna stand her ground against all 6 guys. And the octopus. And away we go. Oh, Avila's certainly proving that she doesn't need... yeah, look at Avila's blade spin! Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there! They breed him tough in Alamigo, that's for certain. Of course they do. And she's actually getting the cheers. Yeah, that one move took out 3. You are next! You really want to pit yourself against me? You know who I am, right? And where do you think you're going, Ultros?
Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally.
Yeah, remember the gold truffles from before? Yeah, they're actually going to be put to use here by Mr. Ultros.
Nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this Viking is giving Uncle Alti an appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute! Roasted truffles?!
Yeah, you just piqued Hildibrand's curiosity. Braised in a savory sauce just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have chickens, there's a whole shockful where that came from. Wait a minute.
That meddling musclehead!
Wait a minute, wasn't this supposed to happen?
What's taking him so damn long?
Yeah, I know the crowd must be getting restless. And Priorden's getting pissed.
The girl's gaze gives it away! Open that gate at once!
Well, you might regret this decision. Yeah. Do you really want to see what comes through? Yes.
Fun Gah!
Yeah, for those of you not familiar, this is another character from Final Fantasy VI that's making an appearance. This is Chupon, who, if you fought him in the Coliseum, always beat you. But, in this instance, he is known by a different name. We'll know that in a moment. Yeah, they don't seem to like what's going on here. What is that monstrosity? Well, if you must know...
Mr. Typhon! Is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps?
I don't think you want to stand in his way, Inspector.
What fascinating friends you have, Oldie. Why, just looking at this charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles?
Those are more than just sniffles there, Inspector. As you're about to find out. And blown away. Could it be? Avila's vaunted Tempest Blade? It was that monster all along? The girl played us all for fools! And once all eyes fix on her... Yeah, they're booing her.
Don't look at me, it was all your idea. I'm just a stupid octopus.
You were the one who approached me, you double-teaming fiend! He said, she said.
I just want to experience the thrill of battle. You know, for my hard work and all. Come on, Dawa. Has Uncle Alti ever lied to you?
What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan whore. Alamegans, beggars and brutes, a lot of them. We give them a home in all lands, and this is the thanks we get. Send her to Golemel for all I can. Just get her out of my sight before I get sick. But I just wanted to... My sister!
I feel for the girl. Really, my little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are rules, right? Now, if Uncle Art may be so bold... I say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the three remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhon, and Edie here. What do you say, Mr. Warrior of Light?
Like, sure, I'm privy to this. But they're cheering for Ultros, not the Warrior of Light. Why, I don't understand. Like, who am I to disagree? Well, this is the most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue, Halatali. The fighters, the tag team of Ultros and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light, who will be left standing when the storm has settled. Be there or miss a battle for the ages. Yeah, given how scary Typhon is, and how scary Ultros is, and what's your observation on this, Inspector? Because, yeah, something's got your gaze fixed. Well, isn't it obvious as to what it is? Alright, so yeah, it looks like... Oh, Hildibrand's still passed out. Alright, Bryden, I guess we have no choice but to speak with you. So to review, the truffles were to elicit the sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which were positioned so as to appear it was coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their competitors with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Edie. Let us make for Halatali. And so, I will see all of you guys there in Halatali, because yeah, it'll be a while before Hildibrand joins us again, so we're going to take our leave at this point in time, and so we know what's coming up next. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn, and when I join you again, we will reconvene at Halatali for the final round of the Mythal Cup tournament. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.